Hello everyone, this is Crystal and welcome to my channel where I share card making techniques, sweet paper crafts, and now inspiring food ideas. And if you are new here, I encourage you to subscribe and hit that little bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Today I bring you another project using scraps and pieces of your E-Club kit and other items you may have in your stash. You may ask, what is an E-Club kit? Well, Edith Ray from Scrapbooking with Me puts together a monthly subscription. That is a kit of coordinating craft ideas to make a monthly project. It also has a PDF file and a video on how to make the project. There's also a Facebook group where everyone shares their monthly project or other projects made from the materials from the kit. I'll post the link below in case you're interested. This month is our August 2019 E-Club kit, and the theme for this one is vacations. The paper that we got is all vacation oriented. Our stamps are too, and we all kind of named it, Are We There Yet? Anyway, I decided to make an altered paperclip to put on the front of my mini journal that I'm making. And I used bunch of scraps and stuff. I'm trying to make this mini journal more masculine, something that I think that my husband would use if he went on a trip. And I think I kind of accomplished that. Now, just on this video, I'm just showing you how to make the altered paperclip. And to make my little mini journal, that'll be another video that I'm going to be showing that shows you how quick and easy this little mini journal is to make. So stay tuned as I show you how to make this paperclip. Here I first decided to start off my projects with stamping that cute little car that came in our E-Club kit this month. And I used a piece of Bristol paper. I like using Bristol paper. It's thick and heavier. You can get it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or any craft store. I like using it because the colors blend well, and then it also makes it thicker, and so it's stronger and it holds up better. And I figured if I'm going to all the trouble of coloring, I want it to be on something good and solid. So I took the cards and I stamped them out with black VersaFine ink. And then I am going to go and I'm going to color them with my Stampin' Blends, which are an alcohol marker. And I'm stamping 3 cars. I colored one light blue, I did one in green, and I stamped the last one. I colored it later and I did it in red, as you'll see later on this project. And as you see, I'm fussy cutting this out. There is an SVG file for this, so if you have a cutting machine, you can use it. But for me, it's just as fast and as easy just to cut it out by hand. And then I took a black marker around the edges just to clean up and get rid of the white lines. And here I took a black ink and I stamped the cinnamon that says road tripping in the middle of the green door. I didn't like the way my coloring looked, plus I thought it added another element to the car as well. And now I'm taking some glossy accents and I'm going over the tail light and also the headlight to make it have more of a realistic look. And then after I finish that, then I'm going to go over the windows on the car. It just gives it a 3D look and it just makes it kind of look like glass. It is kind of thick, so I let it dry overnight just to make sure that it was good and dry before I did anything else with it. But I just think it gives it character. Here's the front of my little flip mini album that I'm making. And I wanted to make a fancy paper clip to put on front of it. And I took a piece of this metallic poster board. I cut it down into pieces that'll fit inside my box here. And then I ran it through the die. And then I cut out to make a little tag. And so I wanted to make like a rectangle, and I wanted it to fit on the front of my book, but I didn't want it bigger than my book. And so I took two pieces of that. I took a piece of vellum and I punched it out with that punch I just showed you to look like it came out of a tablet. And then I also have these jacket pins that I'm using to put on it. These are just some of the elements. Now this is a very important step. Did you see I slid the paper clip so it's on both sides of the paper? And this is probably the most important thing when making this paper clip, because you won't see it when I'm done, most of it. So I'm going to go around it all really good on the paper part with my art glitter glue. And then I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to go over the paper clip itself to help hold it in place. And so I'll just squiggle the hot glue all over it and get it nice and good, because we want to make sure the paper clip does not move. And then I'll lay this on top the paper clip. Remember, the first paper is between the two clips, and the top one is on top of the one. And you want them both the same size. It doesn't have to be a rectangle, could be any shape you want. You just want to make sure that they're both the same size. And as you see, I trimmed off the extra. And I like that little map. And then I use this piece of vellum because it could see through it, and I still wanted to see the map. But I also wanted a layering effect. And I decided I wanted to put my car on there too. So I kind of think this is how I want my layering to be together. And then I laid it on top of my book, and I thought the rectangle was a little too long. So I decided to slice some of it off and make it just a little bit shorter. And what you can't see here is I'm taking my hot glue gun. My cord's not that long, so I have trouble getting it in camera a lot. So anyway, I hot glued the silver onto the car, and then the vellum on, and then I'm hot gluing it on the back of that, right where that metal strip is, so the glue doesn't show to the front of the tag. And I wanted to add these jacket pins. They're called Happy Jackets. And the one I'm using says Choose Adventure. And I just decided to go ahead and just cut the back off of this pen. And I had to do it twice because the pen was like really long. And then I took some brown thread that came with our kit, and I just wound it around my fingers 2 or 3 times and then spread it out a little bit. And then I added some hot glue, and then I hot glued it on the front of the card. And I just think it adds a cute little extra element to it, and I think it makes it look really nice. And now I'm just trimming up the extra long strings that was on it. And then the back of the paper clip, because we want the whole thing to be covered and we want it to look really nice. It doesn't have to be as big as the front. If you want it to be as big, you can. But I decided that I just wanted something smaller. And see, this is the tricky part. You slide in another piece underneath the paper clip, and then you glue again with your art glitter glue and your hot glue gun over your paper clip, and then you put another piece the same size on top of it. And a lot of people have asked, well, how do you use it? Well, you use it just fine, because the two pieces aren't, the front and the back aren't glued together. You can actually, you can slide it down because those papers won't glue together. So, and then I took some ink and I went around the edges with my vintage photo, I think it is. So I took it around and I inked around the edges to give it a little bit of vintage look. And then I placed it on the front of my little flip book that I made. And I think it looks really cute. I really like how it turned out. And then when you flip it open, you can see that on the other side. As you can see, I'm not finished with the flip book. That will be in another video. And that's my altered paperclip for today. Now, some of the other items that I used, like the jacket pens and a few of the other things, can be available through Scrapbooking with Me. If you contact Edith Ray and let her know that you're interested in them, and she will give you the information on how you can obtain these extra items that I used in my altered paperclip. Bye for now. Happy crafting!